And on Capitol Hill today, public TV and radio executives were called to testify about federal funding and how they cover the news. And while congressional Republicans ripped into those execs, Democrats kind of mocked the whole thing as a stunt. Take a listen.
The Corporation for Public Broadcasting that we give over $500 million to no longer serves the public.
Some things are more valuable than money. At a time where a country is polarized, I wish we had a little more empathy and caring, and that's not a partisan issue.
If PBS stations are suddenly taken off the air, what would be lost to communities across the country?
Many of our smaller and actually medium-sized stations would not exist without the federal appropriation.
You guys were 0 for 3 on the three of the biggest stories in the last 5 years. You guys were 0 for 3. And yet you maintain that NPR is not biased?
Congressman, I do not believe we are politically biased. No, we are a nonpartisan organization.
So we've actually seen something similar to this before, most notably from one of my childhood heroes, like Mr. Rogers. Here's the scene. Back in the 1960s, 1969, I think, Fred Rogers testified before the Senate trying to keep $20 million in public funding from being cut in half. And the testimony you're about to see more or less saved federal funding for public media. Watch this.
Could I tell you the words of one of the songs which I feel is very important?
Yes.
What do you do with the mad that you feel when you feel so mad you could bite? When the whole wide world seems oh so wrong and nothing you do seems very right? What do you do? Do you punch a bag? Do you pound some clay or some dough? Do you round up friends for a game of tag or see how fast you go? It's great to be able to stop when you've planned a thing that's wrong and be able to do something else instead and think this song. I can stop when I want to, can stop when I wish, can stop, stop, stop anytime. And what a good feeling to feel like this and know that the feeling is really mine. Know that there's something deep inside that helps us become what we can. For a girl can be someday a lady, and a boy can be someday a man.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. Looks like you just earned the $20 million.
Just a reminder that there's an inner child in all of us, and a lot of times things can be a lot more simple than we make them. Melanie Zanuna is with us today. She was at today's hearing from Washington. Take a look at this.
Good evening, Gotti. Things got really heated in today's House Oversight Committee hearing, where both the heads of PBS and NPR testified before members of Congress. Republicans, led by Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, accused the news organizations of being politically biased and questioned why they should receive federal funding. As a reminder, NPR and PBS both receive about $395 million in federal funds every year. But the witnesses strongly defended their news organization against claims of political bias. And they also made the case that they need this funding from the federal government in order to keep news flowing in so-called news deserts, in places with rural areas or small stations that otherwise wouldn't be able to afford to keep this news flowing. And Democrats also argue that Republicans are just really trying to silence anyone, essentially, who isn't Fox News. But at one point during the hearing, the head of NPR did admit to making some editorial mistakes in the past, including a decision not to cover a story about Hunter Biden's laptop. Take a listen to that exchange.
One of those editors, I guess one of those 87 Democrat editors, said this: we don't want to waste our time on stories that are not really stories. We don't want to waste the listeners' and readers' times on stories that are just pure distractions. Was that a pure distraction story?
Our current editorial leadership believes that that was a mistake, as do I.
And this hearing comes as the Trump administration has been on a cost-cutting crusade against the federal government. Republicans here on Capitol Hill, of course, very eager to try to fulfill that mission in that space. And the media in general has long been a top target of President Donald Trump and the GOP's. So in some ways, not very surprising that PBS and NPR are both now in the Doge crosshairs. Gotti.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.